On February 1st, 2024, Camila Cabello debuted New Platinum Hair. It had been 2 years since the release of her last album, Familia. Gripping a camcorder and dressed in a baby tee, she uploaded a video to Instagram to announce a new era was on its way. "It's time," she said in her caption. Almost immediately, fans drew a comparison to Charli XCX's 2020 pandemic album, How I'm Feeling Now, whose cover art shows Charli with a camcorder in a baby tee. And a lot of people weren't buying Camila's new image either. Camila certainly has star power to an extent, but grungy alternative pop songstress, she most decidedly is not, especially at this current point in her career. And to a lot of people, it read as a fairly inauthentic move for her to pull. Also, fun fact, Charli wrote on Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes' hit song Señorita. Charli also co-wrote OMG by Camila. So they have worked together, but it wasn't until March 6th that the comparisons kicked into overdrive, when Camila debuted a 30-second snippet of her lead single I Love It onto TikTok. I Love It sounded a lot like Charli's 2017 song I Got It off of her Pop 2 album, both lyrically and sonically, and in the music video, there's a shot of Camila on a wrecked car, which rings eerily similar to the aesthetics for Charli's Crash album and era. And seemingly, Charli thought so too, because the next day she recreated Camila's TikTok for her own account, captioning it LOL. Obviously, this lit up certain corners of the internet, though Charli later tweeted, "Come on, mess is fun, nothing matters." Later that month, Camila did an interview with Paper Magazine and discussed the comparisons that were being made to Charli. "I love Charli, and I love Charli's music, so I think comparing is a huge compliment. Charli loves me, so everybody can fuck off," she said. After the interview, a Twitter account created a side-by-side of the duo dancing in their respective cars. Charli reposted the pic on Wednesday and captioned it with Cabello's lyrics, "I love it, I love it, I love it." So seemingly, Charli didn't feel like Camila was coming for her or trying to jack her style. And famously, Charli has always been a bit of a troll, so her reactions to everything didn't seem too far off from her normal behavior. Then in early May, Camila Cabello announced that her new album would be titled CXOXO. Obviously, this is more of a coincidence than straight up artistic theft, but Camila had to have known how similar a title like that is to Charli XCX's stage name herself. Additionally, the cover art for CXOXO shows Camila with a blue tongue licking a lollipop, very similar to Charli's 2014 album Sucker. Now that could just be a coincidence because many pop stars have used the whole lollipop shtick. But given the huge amounts of overlapping, it's certainly questionable. However, Camila's second single, He Knows with Lil Nas X, didn't share many of the eclectic, hyperpop-esque elements of I Love It. It's much more subdued. But on June 8th, Camila Cabello held a pop-up to drum up interest for her upcoming album. And several promotional photos for the album hit the internet, which immediately stirred up allegations of Camila stealing Charli's aesthetic. You can see how similar some of the promotional photos are to Brat's album cover. It's hard to say if Camila is trolling or if it's some strange mix of coincidence, but it seems largely unfathomable that Camila would try so hard to blatantly copy aesthetics that are less than a decade old, and in the case of the Brat album cover, just around 3 months old. Ultimately, Camila is attempting to use a niche genre of music that's been over basically since the pandemic to try and give her image and sound some edge. But ultimately, it's falling kind of flat, and yeah, I don't think I Love It is the worst song, but it does quite literally sound like an imitation of Charli XCX. And the niche genre of hyperpop is not what it used to be anymore, and even then, why would we listen to her imitate 2017 Charli XCX when we could just listen to Charli herself, who does the sound much better and with much more conviction? And even Charli herself has moved on from that specific sound. Her latest album Brat is certainly experimental and progressive and may have some hints of hyperpop, but it is more of an ode to mid-aughts club music than anything that could be described as hyperpop. It'll be interesting to see if Camila sticks to this new image of hers, but even if she does, it'll be interesting to see if she's able to pull conviction into it, because it does come across a bit as a costume.